Hi, I'm Paul,
I'm Tammy.
and we're Inseparable. And today's video is going to be 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like the Meatloaf song. But I'm talking about something different. And there are 3 identifiers that I use to assess, maybe suggesting to some female, because this only works for a female, that they might look at it into being autistic. And the reason is because one of them includes the look, and I'm only able to recognize that look in females, and females are the ones that are getting overlooked as far as autism.
Getting diagnosed,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So what are the 3? Well, the 3 are the look, and there's a certain look that's very common among females that are autistic, and ones that are known to be autistic. So I'm looking for that look. And
Well, what do you mean, the look?
okay, well, the look is a certain set of facial features, hair color. Okay, there's a very unique hair color that they all have, and but I can't tell you exactly what it is, because we used to hear that in wrestling. If I told you what I did, I'd have to kill you. And I would have to kill you plus everybody watching the video. And that's why it's a closely held secret, because I don't want predators to get this information and make easy targets out of girls that are autistic. So females that are autistic. So I keep that to myself. So that's one of the things I'm looking for, and one of the things that you kind of see instantly in a profile picture. The second thing is, do they talk the talk? Are you talking like somebody with autism? Are you talking about anxiety? You're talking about isolation. You're talking about social anxiety and things like that.
Rejection sensitivity.
Right. And the third thing, and this is may seem kind of weird, but are you the younger partner in an age gap relationship? And a successful one, because a lot of people with autism are attracted to older people.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
And it's not just that they're able to accept older person over a younger person. They actually see him as more attractive.
Yeah.
You told me that. I mean, I said, when she first saw me, she said, "Oh, I think that might be the handsomest man I've ever seen."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, if I were only 20 years younger. And what did you tell me about that?
You didn't need to be, because I'm not attracted. I wasn't attracted to guys my age at that point, and still not. But if I was 20, it was like I didn't want a 20-year-old.
Right. You told me I wouldn't be attracted to somebody.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't be attracted to you if you were 20 years younger. So, that's kind of a thing. And so when I see 2 of the 3, any 2 of the 3, well, then I might say something, especially if one of them is talking the talk of being distressed about things that distress people who are neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Because then they might need to know if somebody had the look and they also were the junior partner in a long-term successful age gap relationship, I might say, yeah, absolutely, they've got the gene. But if they're not expressing any distress about it, then
because some people won't have any clue, like, unless you mention something, and it's just giving that information. I mean, you're not actually like diagnosing people or anything, right?
Well, that's right. What I would do is I'd say, look into it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a doctor, but you might want to look at this, especially if it's bothering you. I mean, and there's some people online saying, well, I don't know why I'm like this. Well, I see your picture, and I kind of think I know why you're like this, but...
and it's meant to be helpful, because I know one of the YouTubers that we watch, somebody told her, like, she had gone out to dinner or something and was explaining to the person, like, at this a get together. There's a whole bunch of people at the table, and she was saying, "Oh, I really don't like, socializing, and I have really problem with anxiety, and I just have a hard time keeping a job, and I have a problem with, rejection sensitivity and all these." And the woman's like, "Well, my daughter's autistic, and it sounds exactly like you might want to look into that." And she did and was diagnosed. So when you're telling people this, it's meant to be helpful. It's not meant to be like an insult or anything like that. Some people get defensive, but you're just trying to help. Somebody's just like lost as what to do. Why do I feel the way I do? Why am I have such a hard time in life? And that might be helpful for them,
Well, do you feel it was helpful to you when you found out?
Yeah, it just helped me to understand why I'm the way that I am,
Yeah, no, that's it, and there's a lot of people out there that like you, and what we were discussing is kind of the need for, if society can't, maybe some of these big companies should start some factories up or whatever, offices, and employ only neurodivergent people, and with neurodivergent bosses that understand how to handle them, and they would be so appreciative of having a job that they will do a great job.
Absolutely.
They're very conscientious and very appreciative, but you have to know how to handle them.
Yeah.
So that's it. And we just wanted to kind of make this video so if we get into this conversation, could say, check this video out and see if this isn't you. And I'm not trying to prove anything, but, through careful observation. I mean, this is one of the things that I've always had in my life as kind of a gift. I couldn't help but notice it. I couldn't help but notice that a lot of the females in age gap relationships, the ones that they were the younger one, they all looked alike. They all had the same look, most of them, not all of them, but most of them. Okay. And then began talking to them and found out, oh yeah, they definitely have signs, symptoms of being autistic. When I was young, I was 15 years old, my father had a Ford Torino wagon. It was a year old, and it kept conking out on him. And brought it to Harford, which was one of the biggest Ford dealers in New England at the time. And they couldn't figure it out. Had 5 different mechanics look at it, all went under the hood. My brother worked for a crackerjack mechanic. He was the best there was. He ran a gas station, but he was this great mechanic. So my father brought it there, but he was going to have to pay, even though it's still in the warranty. He took a look at it. He couldn't find anything wrong with it. And then one day he kind of coasted into the driveway down the street. The car had conked out again. And he says, well, I give up. I'm going to have to borrow the neighbor's car to go back to work. It was lunchtime. I said to him, Dad, you mind if I take a look at it? He said, at this point, I could care less, And he came home and kind of, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't borrow the neighbor's second car forever. And I said, Dad, you don't have to. Why? Because I fixed it. What do you mean you fixed it? You mean all of these mechanics? And how do you know you fixed it? You can't drive it on the road. I said, well, I found the problem. Took 30 seconds because I came at it from a different angle of them, and I was observing. Instead of popping the hood, I put the key in the ignition, turned the ignition, noticed that the alternator and oil pressure lights didn't sequence together. That's interesting, but the car started. I went to beat the horn didn't work. And I went to use the blinkers, and the blinkers didn't work. Oh, it's an electrical connection. So I tried the radio worked fine. The fan on the heater worked fine. Got to be up the column. Took the column apart, sure enough, the connector had come apart. In 30 seconds, I figured it out. It took me 2 hours to fix it.
Yeah.
A mechanic probably could have fixed it in 10 minutes, but a real mechanic at that point. But the thing of it is, it was from careful observation. And I know this is true. I went to TikTok, and I searched autistic adult, adults with autism. And a bunch of profiles came up. And they all look the same. They have the look, and you tell them you have the look, and they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as the look, you know. And that is probably what it is probably somebody way, 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 way back that had the dominant strain of, for autism, passed on genes. And the look that you have is the look that they passed on.
Yeah.
It's not directly tied to autism. It's just way, 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 way back in the gene pool that happens. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I think that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
I talk too much, right?
No, that's okay.
Okay, take care. God bless. We love you.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.